We are deploying the most advanced technologies in human history: agentic AI, autonomous robotics, and climate tech. But we are forcing them to run on a decaying 20th century internet architecture. For decades, the internet's second layer has operated on the principle of extraction. It was built for an era where the global enterprise gathered every scrap of raw information it could find. Looking at this topological map, you can see the traditional model in action. Thousands of edge nodes beam raw data up into massive cloud data lakes. The industry spent trillions perfecting this hoarding mechanism. That extractive model hit a physical wall. Notice how the hub stops accepting incoming particles. Hyperscalers are choking on exabytes of accumulated dead data. This digital hoarding carries a hidden physical cost. Keeping exabytes of useless information spinning on server racks consumes vast, unsustainable amounts of baseload power from the actual electrical grid. This creates a severe infrastructure bottleneck. Tech giants are burning through the exact gigawatts of electricity they desperately need to train their next generation of autonomous AI systems. By attempting to scale an outdated, centralized model, the industry is actively starving its future to store its past. We cannot solve a physical capacity crisis by pouring more concrete, and we cannot appease the power grid by building bigger data lakes. Brute force has reached its limit. The solution requires a reversal of the way the internet flows. This is Layer 3. Instead of extracting massive payloads and moving them up to the cloud, the new architecture brings the query down to the data. The central hub is bypassed. By sending a lightweight question directly to the edge, we eliminate the need for heavy transit bandwidth and the energy-hungry warehouses required to store the answers. To survive the AI energy bottleneck, we must treat data processing as a localized, physical event, rather than a cloud abstraction. Prosperity Co-Creation Corporation engineers this reversal by deploying authorized local processors directly inside corporate firewalls. Rather than exposing sensitive information to transit risks, these processors analyze the raw inputs safely on site. The data never travels over the open internet. Inside the edge node, the processor scans the chaos of raw, unstructured information. It sifts through the noise to isolate a single, clean causal pattern, the localized truth. Once that mathematical pattern is secured, the remaining raw data is instantly annihilated. True efficiency comes from destroying the noise to isolate the signal. When you scale this localized annihilation across a global network, the macro effects are immediate. The immense physical strain on our infrastructure simply dissolves. Because the processing happens at the source and the raw material is destroyed, we can decommission the massive cloud storage banks that previously required constant cooling and redundant power. Turning off those storage racks eliminates a massive, non-stop drain on the grid. This instantly frees up trapped megawatts of capacity that were previously wasted on keeping dead data alive. The compounding demand for hyperscaler storage was an illusion built on bad architecture. That phantom demand collapses, synchronizing our digital systems back with physical reality. Those newly freed energy reserves can now be redirected toward the technologies that actually require them, powering the immense computational loads of agentic AI and autonomous robotics. Digital architecture and physical energy generation are now a single, unified cyber-physical stack. To build the future, the enterprise must stop scaling on hallucinated, centralized demand. It is time to build on localized, deterministic truth.